Thanks for watching, Lucas. Thanks for watching, George. George, you are welcome. Lucas, you are welcome. Everyone is welcome to the show. My name is Gado Kran. I am a digital business professional, and I'm also a marketing executive. So, as I promised, I will be having this personal home discovery sessions, and the purpose of that will be to help people navigate their way through how to develop a career in digital marketing, how to develop a career in social media for business, and how to just go around making your life easier, your business easier, using digital tools. So that is the purpose of this social home podcast, as you see today. So thanks for watching. If you've joined us, you may kindly share it for your friends to know that we are live. And as I said earlier on, today we are going to talk about the power of LinkedIn and how LinkedIn, this is going to be a personal experiences that I'm going to share with you, how LinkedIn helped me get all the jobs in my career. So thanks for watching. Mr. Delaquist, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. So basically, I want to go live with today's podcast. So as I said, today's podcast is basically going to focus on the power of LinkedIn and how LinkedIn helped me secure all the jobs in my career. So I'm going to give a key highlight of all the jobs I've been able to secure in my career. So I secured a job with Iflix, which is a subscription video on demand a platform and a tech company based in the Southeast Asia, Malaysia. I joined them as a digital media manager, and later on I was added on as a digital customer care manager. I joined THT Ghana as a digital marketing manager. I later on became the head of mobile development. Basically, mobile development deals with mobile marketing. How companies can advertise on using the mobile phone or on the mobile phone. Yeah. Then I also joined the multimedia group as group social media manager. English brands. I became the group digital media manager for the group, and I am now with mPharma as the head of marketing for Ghana. Head of marketing for Ghana. So basically, all these jobs I secured it through the power of LinkedIn. This is thanks to LinkedIn. So I would say that LinkedIn has been my savior throughout all my corporate career. So for the benefit of those that don't really know what LinkedIn is. So LinkedIn is it's an ordinary social media platform, just like Facebook, just like Instagram, just like Snapchat, just like TikTok. But unlike Facebook, where the primary use case for Facebook has been to bringing our friends together, bringing families together, interacting with our friends, interacting with our families and co. For LinkedIn, the purpose has been to bring professionals together, like-minded business professionals together, to engage and to discuss on issues around their industry or your subject area. As a professional. So LinkedIn, that is what LinkedIn is. How you use LinkedIn is the same way you use Facebook. So with LinkedIn too, you have to send a friend request. Let me put it that way, or you have to send an invite for someone to basically to accept. That is what LinkedIn is basically all about. It's about professionals bringing together or coming together to share ideas and to network. So LinkedIn, as I indicated in my last podcast on Saturday, I said LinkedIn, there are three key main benefits you can tap into. One is career growth and personal branding, and that's what I'm going to talk about. LinkedIn can also be used for business to business marketing. all right, because all the key decision makers in organizations are there. So when you are a professional in another organization trying to sell to a professional in another organization, LinkedIn become a good platform of choice. LinkedIn is also used in HR or recruitment. Is one of the key functions of LinkedIn, because for the HR units of various organizations, recruiting for talent has been made easier through LinkedIn, because all the professionals that you seek to engage, you seek to hire, you seek to keep an eye on, are all playing on what LinkedIn. So that is what LinkedIn is all about. If you want to sign up, you can download the LinkedIn app on the App Store, whether Android or Apple, or you can go to linkedin.com. You type that in your browser. You just sign up the same way you sign up onto Facebook and any other social media platform, and you are basically on. Yes, so let me now come into the main thing again. How was I able to secure all the jobs in my career, right? So basically what I'm going to talk about will be centered around developing a personal brand for LinkedIn and developing a personal brand selling strategy. For LinkedIn is very, very important. So there's two things here: developing your personal brand and basically developing a social selling strategy. Social selling means that trying to advertise or market the brand that you have built or you aim to build on LinkedIn, okay, for you to enjoy the benefit I've mentioned, career growth, if you're an entrepreneur, for you to get more lead or acquire more customers, etc. So in doing that, there are three key areas you need to consider, and these are things that I used. They may sound theoretical, but it is not theoretical. One is that you need to begin with audience research and planning. Audience research and planning. I'll explain that. The second one is what do we call social media account optimization. Social media account optimization. So the first one, audience research and planning. Second one is social media account optimization. And third one is what? Prospecting and engagement. Prospecting and engagement. These are the three key routes I use in securing all the jobs, right from level 300, level 200 second semester when I landed my first job till now, through LinkedIn. Audience research and planning, social media account optimization, and prospecting and engagement. Now, so for today, I'm going to really talk about audience research planning, a bit of it, and focus on personal social media account optimization, where I will delve more into how you can develop a personal branding strategy. That's going to be the part one for today. And next week, God willing, I will talk about the other aspect of prospecting and engagement and introduce you to other leads that will help you to complete your whole LinkedIn personal branding and selling process. So when I talk about audience research and planning, it is the epicenter of all activities, in the sense that your purpose on LinkedIn is to foster connections, okay, with one another. So you need to be able to define the kind of people you want to foster these connections with, and that's very, very important. A lot of the time, people just send invites, without thinking through or without defining the kind of people they want in their connection or in their network. Two, people also just accept any invite. But that is very, very, very wrong, because if the people that you surround yourself with, the people that you accept into your network, by and large, determine the worth of the connections that you have. And it will also determine the kind of value you can derive from these connections or from these communities that you are building. So audience research deals with that, critically identifying whom you want to engage. So let me give myself as an example. Because I began my career with having a clear purpose of becoming a digital marketing person. One, all the connections that I built were people who were in my field in one way or the other. That is very, very important for referral marketing. You want to begin your community with people that are in your field, like minded. So I send connections to digital marketing managers, social media managers. I just go on LinkedIn and search anyone with a keyword, and I type social media manager. I go through their profile. If these are people that I really want to learn from, I do. It's very, very important that once you are looking to build connections with those in your industry, you need to also look at those that will be of benefit to your career. So one of the things that I wanted people who are more experienced and to learn from and to engage with, and also some of my colleagues that I was starting with, in order for us to share more knowledge with them and also tap into them. That's the first thing. You need to define whom you want to engage. The second is that obviously the end goal of this is that you want to get a job. That is the end goal. And I'm not surprised that a lot of the time I get people come on LinkedIn and they quickly send me a message. I need a job. And I even ask friends of mine, do you know LinkedIn? Have you heard about LinkedIn? And they say yes. They heard that if they go on LinkedIn, they will secure jobs. But then they've been on the platform for about 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, no opportunity. So yes, clearly the end goal, if you are seeking to, the end goal for you as a career person is that you want a job opportunity. That is the first thing. So definitely you may want to also look at connecting with other HR business partners, those that are responsible for hiring. You may want to invite in certain key and selected organization you may want to work with. So you need to also build your strategy by having in mind the kind of organizations you want to work with. I have this friend of mine called JC Jao. I know that he's not, he might not be on this live. JC was with Homcho as a regional manager or a sales manager. And when he left Homcho, because he knew that his next target was to work in a food delivery company, all the information that he was sharing, all the connections that he was building, evolved around people within that industry. And today JC is now working with boats. In charge of their food delivery service. He's a sales manager with Boats Ghana, and that is how powerful it is when you are clearly able to define the connections that you want to basically engage with. So audience research is also important. You can also do what we call community research. So on LinkedIn, one of the key functions that you see are groups. And I always tell people that groups is one of the key defining elements when it comes to building connections or building community. So yes, on Facebook we have so many groups. We have Tell It Moms, Tell It All, and a lot. On LinkedIn too, you also have groups. So you should be interested in researching on these groups, okay, that align with your career focus. So me personally, I joined digital marketing group. I joined marketing in Ghana, digital marketing in Nigeria, etc. Because my strategy or my focus was that I needed to build connections with players within my industry, whether in Ghana or any part of the continent. So therefore, beyond sending personal invites and accepting people into my network, what I also wanted to do was to be part of a group that hosts these key people. Now, if you are going to be part of any group, there are certain key criteria you need to choose. It's not all groups that you may want to be part of it. The first one is that, one, does the group focuses on your career goal or on what you want to become. So for example, I chose groups that were around marketing, digital marketing and digital transformation because it's aligned with what I want to do and what I want to become. Then two, you need to also ask how dense is the community or is the group. Densely populated environment or environment whereby there's a high level engagement, what then happens is that information spread faster, because by joining a group you want to be heard. Okay, so when you publish something, you want your information to go far within your group. Okay, and when your information goes far, that is when people will notice you. That is when all the HR professionals and other individuals that could be of help or that will need your services will notice you, view your profile, and initiate conversations with you. So densely populated group, okay, group that have a lot of people, there's always action going on. Example, I joined a group called Trotro Diaries. It's one of a densely populated community on Facebook. Okay, so there's more engagement and there's more vibe going on there. So you may want to be part, because the more engagement that you have in the community, the more information flow move very faster. Then the third one is that you may want to know whether the group that you are joining, whether you know anyone who's part of that group. This is for referrer, okay, or someone who can basically be what I call someone who can basically be your superpower, your community superpower. Okay, your community superpower is someone who always champion your cause. So these are people who normally share all the information that you normally publish there. So if you know someone there, you may want to initiate that connection with that person, so that that person can and share your information in these groups, or share the information to his networks for people to also identify with you. So that's the first thing about audience research and planning. It is very, very critical that you need to define whom you want to accept into your network. It's very, very key that you define the kind of people you want to attract in your network. Now, the second thing is social media account optimization. So yes, you've had all these things there. You've established the LinkedIn account. You need to build a personal branding. Yes, for some people, when they're talking about building an effective personal brand or talking about social selling, some begin with professional branding. But I always believe everything starts with the audience, and by having the audience in mind, you are able to have a clear picture of the kind of people your brand is seeking to attract and connect with. So let's now move on to the personal branding stage, which I would say social media account optimization. You might have heard a lot of information on personal branding, but this, I'm going technical and I'm taking as a digital marketing strategist, and I've used the key term optimization. So let me basically break it down and explain that. Then I will give room for questions and comments to come. So when I talk about personal branding, to me, it's always two keywords that comes to mind as a strategist. One, getting people to know who you are and what you can do. Who you are, a complete profile about yourself, a summary about yourself, and what you can do. Basically, people will hire you. People hired me because I was able to show what I can do, okay, through the information that I shared. So I remember way back when I was in level 400, way back, I remember once every month I was publishing an article on LinkedIn. I also took my time to engage in conversations, intellectual conversations around my subject area. I was curious to also learn from others. So that is the thing, showing what you can do over a certain period of time. That is what will give people the initial confidence that, look, I believe that Gado Kran is very good in social media marketing, is very good in marketing, and therefore, let me in conversation with him to see what we can do. So after that conversation has been initiated, any physical meeting that you are going to have with that person is just confirming your perceptions, or confirming the perception that the person have about you. So in my case, that's what happened. All my jobs from multimedia, I was privileged to have Mr. Santok Singh, then the MD of Multi TV, messaged me on LinkedIn. We had a chat, we talked, and it's resulted into a personal conversation and an interview. And because I was able to confirm the kind of first impression I had created about them through the brand that I have built, they gave me the job. Iflix, the same thing. mPharma, the same thing. All the jobs it all begins with what? Initiating conversation on LinkedIn, then it leads to offline meeting, and the deal is closed. So, in building your personal brand and optimizing your account, the first thing that you need to talk about is that what are your goals and objectives? And I think I've defined it. What are your goals and objectives? What are you on LinkedIn for? I always ask people, even on my Facebook personally, my goal is on Facebook, right, is to inspire and educate others on social media related stuff. That is like 70% of my focus on Facebook. The 31 is to basically, to socialize with people. That is me. So you need to have that clear goal and objective in going on LinkedIn there. Your goal can be one of what? A career development goal. You want to follow people and just learn from them. I've had a lot of people reach out to me on LinkedIn that they connected with me because they want to learn through the posts and the articles that I write. So it can be a career development. You just want to learn. That is one. Two, it can also be to unlock a certain job opportunity or a deal. Whatever the case, or it can also be that you just want to establish a digital footprint. You just want to make sure that when people search on LinkedIn, you are there. Keke. Some people have that. You want to establish just a digital footprint on LinkedIn. So when people search for you, so you need to clearly define your goals and objectives. And the thing is that you need to also now identify and understand what you want to be known for. Your position statement is very, very critical. For me, my position statement, even when it's come to Facebook, has been that I want to be known for social media and digital marketing. That is my priority. And I was telling a friend that for me, what I do is that if someone join my network within 7 days, the person should have an idea of what I do. That is me. So if you join my connections within 7 days of joining or becoming a Facebook friend, you need to have an idea that God is into social media marketing or is into marketing. That is what I do. So that position statement has to be clearly be defined. Whom you want to be known for. Whom you want to be what you want to be known for. Mind you, the job market is also a competitive environment. One role, thousands of people are chasing for that role. And there are so many digital marketers all over the world and in Ghana. And now because of technology, companies are even stretching their boundaries and recruiting talent left, right, center. They don't really care whether you come and live there. All that they care is that you can be at home and work remotely. So you need to define what you want to be known for. It will help you and shape you to make sure that whatever information that you share is around what you want to be known for. So for me, I've not really done any hardcore research, but I can say that if someone knows me on LinkedIn and the person will basically know that I am into digital marketing on social media. And I was privileged that one of the CEOs that recruited one of the CEOs of the companies that I work for told me that, look, God, I just initiated a conversation with you, or I just responded to your message because, God, I know you. And I was like, really? I know you, a very big CEO of a highly reputable company. I am nobody. And I told him that you know me. He said, yes, God, I know you. I know this is what you do. You work with Easy Social. You teach people on social media marketing. For me, that was my success story. To define what you want to be known for, that positioning statement, okay, and also to determine what you are passionate about. So for me, what you are passionate about should coincide with what you want to be known for. Because if you are passionate about, let's say, marketing, you are passionate about it, and that's what you want to be known for, it is easier because you flow easily in terms of the kind of information that you share, and you don't struggle to share content around your area and because it comes naturally. So now let's come to the optimization aspect. Having given you an overview of how to have a personal branding plan, optimization here basically it talks about how to make sure that you get discovered on LinkedIn. That's the other one. How to make sure that you get discovered. And as I said, getting discovered means that people are going to know who you are and what you can do. So the first thing is that once you go on LinkedIn, you need to first of all build a complete profile about yourself. Build a complete profile about yourself. So on LinkedIn, the kind of profile that you want to churn out there as a professional, it's not the same as Facebook. Yes, as Facebook, you can say that you love Banku and Okro. You can say that you can just, use any keyword that is unrelated to your profession or to your career. But on LinkedIn, you have to be career focused. So one is that you need to have a summary, or what people will say if you're sending a CV, what people will say, a cover letter. Who you are, describe yourself, who you are, what are you passionate about, what are the skills that you have, and co. And even leave your email address for people to contact you and co. Then you need to now talk about your work experiences, because people will engage you for a work or services based on the past experience that you have, right? So you need to clearly outline the work experiences, right? You need to determine whether you have any academic certification backing the skills that you have, right? So if you've attended certain schools, you've done certain courses, all these things are going to be there. You need to also involve recommendations, right? So you want people to endorse your skill. Okay, all these things needs to be there. So the first thing is that you need to build a complete profile. Now, technically, from the digital marketing point of view, where optimization comes in is that you want to improve discovery, as I said, so that when someone go on LinkedIn or a recruiter go on LinkedIn and search for digital marketing manager, you want your profile to pop up. And I always say that when your profile is popped up, is the starting journey of the recruitment processes. So when your profile is popped up in LinkedIn search, okay, or when your content is discovered, that's when people now begin to view your profile and clearly go through your profile, and there's a high chance of a business opportunity being sealed from it. So the keyword optimization is that assuming you are into marketing, in your professional summary, okay, you may want to insert keywords like marketing, digital marketing, social media, and co. And in doing that, that doesn't mean that you have to stuff your summary or the information on your profile with keywords. Keyword stuffing will make whatever you've placed there nonsensical. It has to be naturally crafted there. So to insert certain keywords there, that's one way that you can do. So keyword in your summary, keyword in your headline. What I'll do is that I know that for those of you that you are not familiar with LinkedIn, after this I'll create a dedicated Facebook group where I'll take my time and have practical sessions and give people video tutorials and you guys that will help you to navigate your way around it. But on your professional headline, you may also want to talk about what you want to be known for, and that will also involve including these keywords that relate to your career. That's the first thing that you may want to do. The other thing is to upload a very good professional profile picture. So unlike Facebook, where you can publish any picture there, it can even be a picture of jollof, any kind of picture there. It can be a picture of you attending a wedding or something. On LinkedIn, you need to basically publish pictures that define how you want to be seen when your prospect or when your colleague professional or that business owner meets you in person. So in taking your pictures, even though people normally recommend taking a professional headshot and co, I don't believe in just taking a professional headshot. It has to basically reflect who you are as a person. If today you are to meet God, who is God? What kind of impression I want that person to leave about me as a professional, right? Is the same way that needs to guide the kind of picture, but then the picture has to be what professionally taken. So that is one way that you can also do. So you need to upload a very good profile picture. LinkedIn also has a cover photo or a cover page. On your cover page, You can reinforce your image by uploading another image of you there if you want to, or you can upload an image that tell a story, okay, about what you want to be known for or about who you are. So for me, if you visit my page on LinkedIn, there's an image I used like 4 years ago. It's just an image that talk about that explain digital marketing, the components of digital marketing, email, social media, e-commerce, etc. So that is one aspect of the optimization that you need to basically take into consideration. So basically, this is where I will pause for today's session. I don't want to go further because I want to give room for more comments and for more questions to be asked, so that we will learn small bit by bit. And by the time we are done, we need to have the complete idea of how you can nurture your personal brand on LinkedIn to attract the jobs that you are looking for. So this is where I'll give room for questions and for comments to come. So if you have any question or if you have any comment, you can just share with us. If you also have a personal experience, you may also want to leave it there for us to learn. This is just a learning session. This is a two-way street. It's not a one-way street where I talk and that is it. You may want to share your thought that you have. So thank you for those tuning. I have Mr. Ajululu. I have Frank Cheboy, my senior at the SHS. I have Fifi Anaman. I also have Eric Jerry. I have Selwyn. I hope you are fine. So if you have any questions or any comment, you may just bring it out there. If not, what I will do is that I'll do a recap of today's session. Then we will continue the discussion next week. If you have, what I'll do is that from here, I'm going to create a private Facebook group. So if you want to be part of the private Facebook group, where I would take things a little bit further, where I would do one-on-one practical sessions, share slides, share more tutorials and co, and offer free assistance, you can just directly message me. When you message me and you are interested, I'll just add you to the group. So for now, if you have any question, you may want to ask. Okay, George. Thank you very much, George. I appreciate your comment. So George said, "Thank you, God. This has been insightful." And Lucas also said, "God, you have to do this every day." Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I know that normally I go on and off, but this time around I am committed towards sharing my little knowledge and experiences that I have. So let me basically give a recap of what I shared today, whilst I wait for comments and questions to come. So in recap, I said that the strategy I used in securing other jobs in my career through LinkedIn, and maybe to make it clear, Iflix, which is a global tech company in Southeast Asia. I became the digital media manager and digital customer care in Ghana. I joined TST Ghana as the digital marketing manager and became the head of mobile development in charge of mobile marketing. I also joined the multimedia group as a group social media manager for the English brands, and later on became the group digital media manager. And I said the framework I used, or the route I used in securing all these jobs, I did never apply. I didn't go to a job website and applied for a job. I rather attracted, and that is the key thing. Attraction is that one, you need to look at audience research and planning, which I said you need to clearly identify the kind of people you want to accept in your network when you are building your LinkedIn connection. You cannot just accept anyone into your network. You cannot do that. You cannot also send invitation to anyone just like that. So you need to have a clearly defined criteria, okay, for the kind of people that you want to accept into your network. And for me, I said, as a digital marketer, I wanted to accept people around digital marketing and senior people within my industry, marketing head, marketing directors, and co, whom I believe, one, I can learn from them, and I believe they can also refer me in case of any job opportunities. And I also targeted the HR business partners of the top firms I want to work with. And I said, once you are done defining your audience research and doing your audience research and planning, I also said that your audience is not limited to the people that you accept into your network or the people that you send them invite. It also include groups that you join. So I said that LinkedIn have groups, and groups are one of the key defining elements when it comes to community, social media communities. So you may want to look out for groups that focuses on your career growth or your career path. So I joined digital marketing groups, digital transformation groups, mobile marketing groups, etc. way back. Then another criteria for joining a group is that you need to define how dense is that community is. How dense is that? And when we talk about densely populated community, okay, in social science, right? What we basically say is that in every environment, or in every more densely populated environment, information flow become faster. That is how come even in measuring whether someone has a strong influence on social media, we say that, look, your influence is not measured by followers. We say that your influence is measured by your engagement rate. When you publish, how many people engages with your post. By that definition, more engagement leads to what? More reach, more information overflow. Assuming I have an information, okay, that is in my head, I share it with another colleague. I've engaged that person. What that means, that information has traveled from me to another person. If the person also continue to engage other people with that information, the information continue to spread. And in joining groups that are more densely populated, your content gets discovered easily, and that's when people notice you, view your profile, and begin to build viable connections with you. And the second thing I talk about is what social media account optimization. That you need to now look at building an effective personal brand, one that involves having a complete and optimized profile. So your LinkedIn, having your profile pictures there, having your professional summary there on your LinkedIn, outlining your work experiences, and so on and so forth there. So the last one, of which I'll talk about it next week as part of the route I use, is what you call prospecting and engagement. Prospecting and engagement. This is basically going to be the holy grail that's going to define your personal branding and selling success. That's going to define the rate at which you can secure job opportunities and uncover more business deals. So I'll talk about it next week. If you don't have any question, this is where I will end the show. Thanks for joining me. I am grateful. If you have any question, you can just private message me and I will respond.